He has whacked me in the face before, in bed, and he whacked a thorn bush in my face, walking down the holloway the once. And I says to him, I had like blood, I had like all blood on my face, and I panic when I see blood, so I was panicking, and I said, what you done that for? And he says, it wasn't me, which is his favourite saying, it wasn't me. I don't think I've got any more tears left for him. I just wish he would drop dead. I'd be quite happy to go to his funeral. I really would. I'd be happy. I'd be happy to see him dead in the ground. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. It's hurt me so many times. That's just how I feel at the moment. In the future, maybe I'll be able to forgive and forget it, but at the moment, that's how I feel. That's just how I feel at the moment. I mean, he left my gas fire on for about a week. What was he trying to do? Blow my house up or something? Pardon. It couldn't have been me that switched it on, because I always check everything's off. And it was on for like about a week or something, or 2 weeks. And it couldn't have been me, because I've got OCD, I'll go around the house about 4 or 5 times checking everything's off. So I know it wasn't me. It makes me so annoyed, because I think I could have spent the last 3 years with a nice partner that treated me right, that was kind and caring, and I wasted nearly 3 years being really unhappy with him. And the only person that's got any fun out of it is Aaron. I wasted all that time doing that. I tend to be the type of person that goes out their way to make my partner feel happy. I like look after them, and I did when I was with Lee. With Aaron, he didn't seem to need much looking after. Well, he needed emotional looking after, because when I first met him, his emotions were all over the place. I mean, if we went down to Her Street the once, and he was in floods of tears coming back, and he was saying he was scared I was going to hurt him, and this, that, and the other. And I was trying to tell him I'm not that kind of person, and I was saying that I'm not that kind of person, and I even rang my mum so that she could say to him I'm not the kind of person that would hurt anyone. No, it was him that hurted me. If I knew that, I wouldn't. See, this is the thing I didn't understand about him. He changed so much in the nearly 3 years I was with him. He went from this sweet and innocent man to this monster that just wanted to destroy everything. That just wanted to destroy everyone and everything around him. Whether it was cheating on me, whether it was stealing off me, or whether it was damaging my stuff. He went from being this really sweet man to just this really nasty, horrible, malicious, horrible person. And I don't know what I did to make him like that, because I always went out my way to help him. I always went out my way. I mean, I thought I was going to, when I first met him, I thought I was going to spend my whole life with him. I thought when I first met him, I thought he was the right one for me. I thought when I first met him, when I first met him, I thought he was the right one for me. I thought he's a really nice guy. I thought he seems perfect. Oh, I couldn't be happy with him. I can forget about my previous partners, and I can be happy with him. I can live with him, and I can marry him, and that's what I thought when I first met him. Well, I didn't think about marriage straight away. I mean, I thought that it would lead to marriage. I thought he seems like a really nice person, and because although I didn't have anyone that treated me badly before Aaron, well, apart from Lee, I did have one or two men that just wanted me for 1 or 2 nights, and then they just left. So I think I was feeling low, and when you feel low, you don't always see what's what. And I just saw Aaron as this really sweet. I just saw Aaron as this really sweet man that would make me happy. But he hasn't. He's made me very unhappy. Very, very, very unhappy. He's made me. I've never been in my whole life, I haven't been as unhappy as this since my dad had a brain hemorrhage. I haven't. That was the last time I've been as unhappy as this. And that's when I was a child. My dad had a brain hemorrhage when I was a child. And we was always having to go to the hospital every night to see my dad. Things changed a hell of a lot. It went from a nice family to my mum was, I think, she changed. My mum changed from being this nice person to being this, I wouldn't say nasty, but a personality would jump from being nice to being nasty, and nasty. And I don't think my mum coped very well with my dad's sudden illness, because my mum was only in her 20s at the time, and my dad had a brain hemorrhage. He was at work, and he had a headache, so he'd come back home. He cooked us a stew. I was about 7 years of age and my sister was about 4 or 5. No, I was 8 years of age and my sister was 5. He came back home and he cooked us a stew. And then he collapsed. His headache got worse and he collapsed. And he was on life support for 6 months. He was very close to dying. That's the last time I've been as unhappy as this. It really is. I don't know what I'm expecting from Aaron. I don't really know. Because I know he's not going to make me happy. I've messaged him a few times, telling me how I feel and stuff. And that, think getting my money back would make me feel a little bit, a little. I think getting my money back would make me feel like I hate him less. I think that would make me hate him less than what I do. At the moment, I really hate him. I can't help that. I can't help how I feel. He's pushed me to that. When I met him, I didn't hate anyone. I thought he was the right one for me. I really did. But obviously not. I don't know. I was asking Lincoln, because Lincoln's like a spiritualist, like a spiritual guide. I was asking Lincoln, do you think Aaron will change? Do you think Aaron will be the kind of person that I met when I've... Do you think Aaron will change to the person that I thought he was when I first met him? Do you think he will change into a better person? And Lincoln didn't seem very hopeful about it. He says it could take him many years to make even small changes to his personality. It could take him many years to make even small changes to his personality. Still, I'm not bothered. I'm looking on dating websites. I'm gonna meet someone else. Yeah. But whether I'll be able to love them after Aaron, I don't know. This is the problem with relationships, isn't it? I mean, you can meet someone and you can be so hurt from your last relationship that you can't even open your heart up to them. Whereas, and I've been like that in previous relationships, not with Aaron, but in relationships before Aaron, I felt that I couldn't open up to them. Because I was with Chris for 6 months, Chris in Birmingham. In 2013 I was with him, and he was a really nice guy, and I just couldn't connect with him. I just couldn't, emotionally I couldn't connect with him. I just kept him at a distance, and I think I only had 2 relationships. I only had like 2 or 3 relationships between 2010 and 2014, because because I went through a lot when I was with Lee. I was with Lee for 7 years, and I went through a lot with him because of his mental health.